I'm sharing divine guidance today. Please use your discernment to know if this is for you or not. It is a collective reading and it's for entertainment purposes only. If you would like a personal, please go to the website betweenbothworlds.com. All right, so let's connect, allowing the guidance in, and we ask you to stand in trust, faith, and knowingness that you're divinely protected and loved. And these messages are for the highest and greatest good, and so it is. Thank you. I'm using the Starseed Oracle deck and the Gateway of Light activation decks. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit of information here. Okay, I'll go over these in a second. Hope you guys are having an amazing weekend. If this finds you on the weekend. If you don't follow me on YouTube, please do so. The account that you can search for is Kristen Duffy Velasco. I post a lot of my videos there, specifically like the longer ones. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Another announcement I'd like to make is every Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a group that gets together. It's called Our Circle. It's a Zoom meeting, and we do like collective readings and advice and kind of share and support one another. Anyone is welcome, and you can find that information on the website. Just sign up and I'll send you the Zoom link every Sunday at 3 p.m. Okay, so come join us. We'd love to see you. I do free readings during that time, collective and personal, anything to support the tribe, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's see what we have here. We got a lot out. Is this it? Let me ask, is the bottom of the deck relevant here? Yes. All right, so bottom of the deck energy is being cracked open, all right? And this is for the sake of, you know, kind of going through, and it's kind of like if you can see like the severing here, and being cracked open. So this is really talking about like maybe there was an instance where you were at a rock bottom position, and you were called to kind of like surrender it all to the alchemy of life. Okay, so this is talking a little bit about why this had to happen, why this was fated for you. Okay, and a lot of times in my readings and the information that I connect to is relating to those who were on a mission. Okay, so I'm picking up that there's some sort of mission that you volunteered to be on and we're going to find out about more information. Okay, so I feel like you're part of a team of souls. All right, this is talking about like you can call in this support, you have this support. So oftentimes when we are cracked open and we go through this initiation process on our spiritual journeys and our awakenings, we feel like we're alone, but come to find out, like, we're not alone. You're never alone. So I feel like this is kind of letting you know that, like, this was all intended. Like, you were guided throughout this whole process. You were supported throughout this whole process from your star family, okay? Next up, we have that you answered the call, okay? This is you opening that portal, okay, and saying, okay, I'm ready. I'm of service. Soul gifts and training, it's time to step up. Okay, so many of you have gone through this initiation period and are coming out of it, and as a result of you coming out of it, like you're being called to be of service, okay, and to use the spiritual gifts that are now online. And a lot of the energy that you worked through was part of your training. Next up, we have that you are, you know, being called to participate in a double mission. Okay, so many of you are light workers, star seeds, earth angels, and healers, and you're meant to be here to serve the world just by being you. I feel like you've had to kind of like disconnect from a lot of different things, people, places, and things, because they were not in alignment with you, and you had to kind of do this alone with your star family. I'm also getting that, you know, this was a spontaneous awakening for you. I feel like you're meant to help others through the rest of the awakening cycles. There is an activation happening here, and I'm also getting like this is time for you to kind of integrate everything if you haven't been already. Next up, we have the Hathors. This is like understanding like you went through the death and rebirth process, okay? And then this is talking about like deep unconditional love and, you know, the fact that like you're tapping into mother's milk, right? And birth is a portal, and understanding like the death and rebirth process is extensive, and you've gone through this process and you're meant to help others go through it. Okay, so it's kind of like the student becomes the teacher here. And you have experienced the void. You've experienced like that darkness and having to find the light within. And sometimes we have to stop and just kind of like, maybe there's not a whole lot happening for you right now, or there might have been a period where things were slow and you felt like, okay, well, what's next? And you're being called to just kind of be patient, and embrace the time that you are, you're being called to kind of like, again, like integrate. So while we're integrating, there's not a whole lot that's going to be going on because we need time to kind of embrace all that energy. Just know that like there is this like greater mission here, this great cosmic womb. I feel like you're understanding that like you're part of all this. I feel like sometimes, you know, we can kind of get distracted by all the things going on around us, outside of us, and you're being called to kind of go within. And to have strong boundaries and to let things go that no longer serve you, as well as understanding like what's yours to carry and what isn't. Okay. And I feel like the emotions of others, the day-to-day stuff that like, you know, is really trivial. I feel like you're being called to kind of like see above those things, right? Like raise your energy, raise your frequency. And understanding like, you know, you're not for everybody. You were never meant to be for everybody. And I feel like this is kind of like a hard lesson to learn, is that like you've been unique your whole life. You may have been like, you know, treated like the black sheep or whatever. I feel like maybe you've had a hard time integrating with certain friend groups, and, you know, you've always kind of tried to fit in, but you were never meant to fit in. So I'm getting like, you're supposed to embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Okay, I feel like this is you again, like being redirected, because maybe what you associate with before was in your south node, and you're meant to be focusing on your north node. And if you don't know what your north node is, I certainly can help you with that. And there's also a lot of like astrology type apps you can use to kind of do your astrology chart and find out like where your north node and south node placements are. Again, like you're a messenger, you're an oracle, you're someone who shares divine knowledge and wisdom. This is your calling. So if this is resonating for you so far, then this message is for you. You could be a Sirius starseed, or this is you just having like Sirius energy. And you're meant to bring harmony and balance just by being you and sharing messages that you channel and receive. Understanding that you are a child of the cosmos. You are someone who has the intelligence of the universe. Okay, so you have a very high calling here, which is amazing. Okay, so let's get some additional information to support this. We're gonna receive a card for the star family, Lemurian seed codes. This is really talking about embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. Okay. Understanding that like you may have had a Lemurian experience in a past life. You have all that wisdom and knowledge within you, and this is like part of your star family that you might be calling in. You're part of a team, and you are to embrace that uniqueness. Okay, you're not meant to be like anybody else. All right, so I have Shambhala initiations. So this is really talking about retreating to recharge, right? Like knowing that like you do need that quiet time. You do need the ability to kind of meditate and clear your energy on a regular basis. This is you trusting in the process and experiencing your dharma as a result of being called and answering the call and being of service, okay? Which is beautiful. We also have Halls of Amenti initiation. Secrets are being revealed, okay? Treasures uncovered and initiations, okay? So this is really talking about like you've had a double mission. Light worker, starseed, earth angel. You're serving the world by being you. So everything you've experienced up to this point in time was for your initiation, for you to answer the call of this double mission that you've been asked to receive, okay? Blue flame. higher heart activation, spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. This is like, again, like a Stargate, a portal. This is you dropping the shields. This is you understanding and being divine love, and your heart is healed. Okay, so you may have had to do a lot of healing in order to heal the heart chakra. Okay, and as a result, like, your double mission calls for you to have a healed heart chakra. Okay, because you're meant to anchor in divine love here. All right, I actually have the Ace of Cups. All right, so it's part of your mission. Okay, next one we have is Earth Star activation. Yes, anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy. Oops. Okay, Isis energy. Okay, activation. Okay, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Again, like, this is another portal. Okay, so again, you're bringing in all of this beautiful energy, experience that you've had. You're tapping into all these beautiful energies. You're able to ground this here in the physical realm. Okay, the void. What do we have for the void? Arcturian light codes. Evolutionary downloads. Okay, yeah, so the void is really talking about, like, embracing the quiet time. Like, there's no action needed right now except for you to integrate these light codes, okay? And the downloads. This is you also during this time recalling your power and thinking about the future. Okay, so you're meant to help create future energy here during this upgrade. Venusian Galactic Council. All right, so you very much could be called to be some sort of guide, some sort of way shower, some sort of messenger, some sort of oracle, some sort of like ground worker, in the sense of like ground crew. So this is star being guides, and you having access to this, answering the call, and it's time to shine. All right, so this is, again, like, there's a reason why you have to have strong boundaries, because you have a higher calling on your life. Okay. And you're connecting to high-level beings, okay? This is you, again, like, you're not for everyone, and you are activating your Merkaba, okay, your light body. Transcending, ascension, you are rising up, okay? And you are not alone, so embrace your weirdness, okay? And facing your true north, all right? What else do we have? Messenger, bringing harmony and balance. Oh, look at this beautiful, beautiful gate. Again, Temple of Truth. Okay, this is really talking about like the throat chakra, being your most authentic self and expressing yourself as the messenger. Okay, and this is you owning it. All right, so this is confirming that like you're meant to bring harmony and balance here through messages, through divine guidance, through you being your most authentic self. Okay, child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. We have the central sun. All right, so this is really talking about abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. Okay, so I feel like this is really talking about like the purpose here for you and your North Node is to participate and answer the call to help activate Pleiadian energy. Like everyone's trying to help each other, coming together, harmony in the heavens, and resolution. Okay, there's a lot of like dissonance happening, and so you're helping to kind of anchor in this harmony, peace, love, and balance for Mother Gaia. All right, absolutely beautiful. So I pulled 3 tarot cards. The 3 I got today were the Queen of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. So what I'm getting with this is like, this is you, your energy, masculine or feminine, doesn't really matter. But what I'm getting is like, this is you anchoring in this energy here on Earth. This is you grounding it. Okay. This is you, you know, again, like working on the ley lines, you know, working on the grids. This is you connecting with higher level beings and sharing the messages and really creating something here on Earth. Okay, so this is, again, very stable, secure, grounded, responsible, accountable energy. And I'm also getting like, you know, this is Earth energy. All right, so this is like Earth mission. Okay, Earth angel energy as well. Starseed. I'm also getting like this, by you working on yourself and putting in the hard work it is paying off, okay? Not just for you, but it has like a larger impact that maybe you don't always understand or see. So I feel like this is like, again, overcoming challenges, having the tools necessary to do what you came here to do. Like the wheelbarrow is representing. I'm also getting like, this is, you know, personal development, right? As you evolve, you're helping others evolve, and it like creates this like ripple effect, okay? So I feel like you are of service. You are in service, okay? So you answered the call and you're doing what you came here to do. So this is kind of like confirmation of that if you needed it. Like if some of you are watching this and you're like, I'm not sure if I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing, and the answer is yes, okay? And here's the thing, like things will unfold as they need to unfold. Like some things are not ready to be released, okay? So some of it is like one step at a time, okay? Like there's a reason why not all 10 pentacles are in this barrel, right? Like there's certain things that you're being meant to focus on, okay? And the rest will come in when it needs to. With the Ace of Cups, again, this is like that divine love. This is unconditional love. This is, you know, understanding like you're cultivating something beautiful, right? And sometimes it takes time to do this cultivation. And sometimes things are buried deep, very deep. You know, and it takes a while to kind of like birth new things, and understanding like all the work that you're putting into cultivating this on earth. You will be rewarded, okay, with something beautiful, okay, which is awesome. So I wanted to pick another deck. Let me see, maybe this one, and see what we get. Let me use a little tarot deck, okay? Let's see. Like I'm picking up on some like anxiety. I'm picking up on a little bit of like anxiousness, which I guess it would be anxiety, but I'm feeling a bit heavy. So I don't know if any of you are feeling a little overwhelmed by the whole process. Look, here's the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of this deck. All right. So I feel like they want you to relax. Okay, like you'll know what you need to know when you need to know it, okay? You will have what you need when you need it. I feel like there needs to be more trust, more surrendering. You don't have to have everything figured out, okay? Yeah, I feel like this is really asking for you to trust, okay? Trust in yourself, trust in your guides, trust where you're being led. Allow the process to unfold naturally. I'm also getting with the Strength card, like they need you to focus on what's right in front of you, okay? You might be like thinking of like, oh my gosh, there's so many things to worry about or be concerned about. They're like, no, just focus on what you need to focus on, okay? Let us handle the rest, okay? I feel like also like that inner strength and courage, and just knowing that like you've gotten this far. And this was the hard part. So just trust, okay? Follow your passions, do what you love. You know, you're being represented as divine feminine energy. And just know that like your wishes are coming true. So if you've had any kind of like, I would really like to be able to do this, or I really like the ability to do that, I feel like this is going to be coming in for you as long as it's like in alignment for you, okay? I'm also getting with the King of Wands, like you are an inspiration. You do answer the call. Like you do follow your purpose and passion. Heavy fire sign energy here with the Strength and the King of Wands. This is, you know, unconditional love energy with the Empress. This is Venus. And then the Nine of Cups is like emotions, right? Like making sure that we're not letting our emotions get away from us either, but doing things that bring you joy, right? There's a High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. So again, like there's some things that are unknown, okay? But you have to trust your intuition when it comes time to these things coming into your awareness. Like go within for that guidance. You have access to the information, okay? From many, many lifetimes, from many experiences, as far as like even like star energy, okay? Star seeds, star family, okay? I'm also getting with the Lovers, like, again, your creation energy. Okay, I'm the Magician. Yeah, you're meant to co-create with the universe, okay? You're creating, you know, and then we have the Hermit. Yeah, I feel like this is like some of it is a solo journey. Some of it is like you learning the tools, you learning how to work with, it's like you had to go through this death and rebirth process and get activated. And then this is like, okay, now I remember, right? And you're applying what you remember, and you are on this path of journey. And, you know, sometimes this is that light worker energy. Sometimes this, you know, this activation, this integration and putting things into practice, right? Okay. Can be a lonely situation. So just understand, like, you're not alone. You have a lot of different energies that you can work with. Maybe not so much in the physical, but I feel like your soul tribe is starting to align with you. Okay. Yeah. And then I have the Hierophant. Yeah. I feel like this is like spiritual leadership that's playing out here. All right. So you're meant to lead, but it's, again, like the student becomes the master kind of energy. All right. Strong intuition here, strong access to wisdom and knowledge. You're meant to teach, you're meant to share, you're meant to guide, okay? This is putting all your tools to practice. This is also like creator energy, manifestation energy. With the Lovers, I'm getting like, again, like this is something that like you answered the call, okay? Confirmation of you answering the call. You're meant to co-create, okay? And, you know, you had free will choice. Okay. So another reason that you're here is that, like, humans, the human race has free will to choose if they want to ascend or not. Okay. And I feel like you're helping guide those on the ascension. You know, you're assisting others on their ascension path because you've done it yourself, and you knew that this was, you know, your calling was to share the wisdom and knowledge, and the fact that you have access to all of this, like you are that messenger. You're not meant to be for everyone. You're using your throat chakra and your heart chakra, and you're a very powerful oracle, and you have access to a lot of energy. Again, this is you, you know, having that energy, taking action, very, you know, tapping into that ambition, taking on challenges, and, you know, helping others as well. I feel like you're someone who's helping other people through your own experiences. Okay, so with the Hierophant, this really talks about, again, like education. You know, Earth School is one of the most difficult schools to be in. And so, you know, not only is Earth difficult, but so is the ascension process and the spiritual awakening process. And, you know, like you understood all this coming into this. Again, like that whole double mission. Yeah, and then I have this Queen of Cups energy. Again, you're very empathic. You have strong spiritual gifts. You're very caring, loving, kind. I feel like people look up to you and come to you for friendship, for kinship. You know, this is you being rooted in your emotions and not letting these emotions take over. I feel like you've had to learn how to like balance your emotions because, again, like it's hard being here, right? It's hard being here on Earth. You also healed your abandonment wounds through this process, okay? So again, like that could have been a result of prior experience, but you've done the healing work needed to kind of like realize that like you're not abandoned, okay? You're not alone. Like you are surrounded by like a whole star family, spirit guides, ancestors. Like you have this like galactic assistance, okay? And then I have something that's going to bring in some sort of like new opportunity for you. So I feel like you've created something new out of what you've experienced so far in your lifetime. Okay. And that's, again, like that manifestation, being able to co-create. I feel like this is you doing that. It's like creating a new reality for yourself. Yeah. Like you created a new reality for yourself, a new timeline. I feel like you learned how to do this. And so you're going to help other people out of this abandonment energy to create a new reality for themselves, which is beautiful. And I feel like, again, and release themselves from the karmic wheel. And I feel like, again, you are experiencing your dharma at this time. I feel like there is also some sort of like working with the Akasha. You might have access to the Akasha. Yeah, I feel like also like justice is playing out in your favor. All right. So I feel like you are someone who is also, you hold yourself to a higher regard. Okay. And you hold other people to a higher regard. You understand the laws of the universe, and you very well may be a being here that helps to uphold the universal laws just by being in your energy. All right. So sometimes when, depending on how people treat you, okay, and how you handle the situation, I feel like there is some sort of justice that plays out as a result of everything, because you are this like high level being here. So it's kind of like people like underestimate you. They don't see you for who you truly are. And you don't know, or you probably are very like humble. I'm getting like humble energy. But again, like, you know, fairness, balance, harmony is what you're here to bring through your own existence. And, you know, depending on how things play out, there is justice served. You're here to kind of like teach people about universal law through experiences with you. These are things that you are meant to help others so that they can understand how to get off this karmic wheel, is to follow the universal laws and to use them to their advantage so that they can create a new reality for themselves. 444 on the timestamp. Yeah, and this is like the death and rebirth process, okay? And it's almost like helping people kind of like go through the ego death, all right, in order to get off this wheel and to create something new and learn how to manifest and work with the universal laws, like understanding like what you put out, you receive, okay? So like there is this whole law of cause and effect playing out here. So I feel like you are an example. You're being represented as an example. All right. I feel like there is some sort of self-love here that also was really important for you in this lifetime. So you may have healed, you know, any kind of like not feeling good enough energy and pouring into your own cup. You may be helping young people kind of transcend this whole process. I feel like you're helping future generations, okay? Through your ancestral line even, okay? So you may have children. It could be some sort of like, people may feel some sort of way after no longer being in your existence. So there could be some sort of like, I wish I treated them better because now there might be some justice playing out for them. Yeah, look, and then I have the Hanged Man. Yeah, I feel like you surrender things to God and keep it moving, okay? Like, you know that you can't fix everything, and it's kind of like, depending on how the interaction goes, you step away and you surrender it, okay? And then I feel like there's some sort of realization once you're no longer in their energy, and then there's some sort of like, okay, now I understand like how I treated them. And there could be some sort of like energy regarding that. Yeah, I have the Nine of Swords. Again, like people project their pain onto you. And you are such a loving, caring, kind person. But sometimes you show them, you know, themselves by you removing your energy. I feel like you have healed a lot of wounds. I was picking up this anxiety and fear and stuff like that. I feel like there is some sort of like energy that if people, you know, repeatedly do something and are not accountable, then there is some sort of recourse that plays out for them with the Hanged Man. Like they are forced to kind of go within and do the work. There is some sort of like forced reflection. And I think like, I feel like eventually they realize that it's not you, it's them. And as a result of you removing your energy, then justice can play out, okay? Because you are that teacher, okay? You are this like innocence that comes into their lives, and it's almost like they don't believe you, and then they somehow attack you or project, and then something, because that's the energy they put out, and this is the energy you put out, there is this like lesson that is learned and played out here. Okay. Yeah. again, like, you know, whatever people do behind the scenes, it doesn't go unseen, okay? Because you have like star family, earth angel energy, like, you know, you are very protected in the heavens. So people are being held accountable for any type of things they've done that they shouldn't have done against you. And they have an understanding now that you were innocent. There's some sort of innocence here. Okay? And that they were projecting their own fears, anxiety, and pain onto someone who just wanted to bring them love. All right? There's some sort of realization happening about this. I feel like someone's feeling haunted about all of this. All right? Again, the Fool card, more innocence. All right? And here's the thing, like, once this happens, you have to remove your energy and keep moving because there's lessons here playing out. And somehow this Hierophant showed up in this spread right here. I don't know if you can see it. Here, let me adjust, right? Like, all of us, I know there's a lot of cards out here, but like right here, I'm focusing on this card spread. I have the Hanged Man, the Nine of Swords, Page of Cups, the Hierophant, Justice, and the Fool card. Yeah, you have to remove your energy so that whatever lessons they're meant to learn through your interaction with them, you have to remove your energy so that the lesson can play out, because you're not the one learning the lesson, they are, and so you can't be involved. Okay, so that's another thing that they really want you to know is the weight of the world. Okay, sometimes we don't understand why we experience certain things with people. And sometimes it's not necessarily about us all the time. It's more about them. And they're learning a lesson because you're a teacher to them in some way, shape, or form. So oftentimes we have to have strong boundaries, and then we have to walk away and let it go because it's not yours to carry. Okay, this lesson oftentimes is not for you. Although you learn your other lessons, you learn lessons too, but sometimes we have to know whether the lesson is for us or not, or is it for the other person? And I feel like that is something you've been taught as a result of some of the experiences you've had in the past with certain people. And you can't be in their energy because, again, like, justice is playing out, which is, again, like, okay, based on how you took this course of life, right? Whatever lesson it was in life, like, what energy did you put out, right? Like, did you try to afflict somebody? Did you do that inner work? Like, there's some sort of, like, you know, the energy you put out, you receive back, okay, is what I'm getting. So I feel like there is a reason why you're guided to keep moving on, okay? It's not yours to carry, right? Like, the Fool card isn't carrying anything in this deck. I know in other decks it has like the smallest little bag, but like, you're free and clear. And sometimes like you experience things, and you know, some of you may have even like released karma as a result of some experiences you've had in order to teach other people lessons. Okay, so sometimes, like, you know, again, it's that double mission energy. Sometimes you don't realize like you are someone's lesson. Sometimes that can be painful. Sometimes it's like, ugh, you know, like the sacrificial lamb, you know what I mean? Like sheep, right? So yeah, I feel like sometimes it can be a difficult position to have here. What's the final message? Wow. Whoa. King of Cups, Five of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you might, maybe one of your most recent lessons was involving someone that you had a romantic relationship with. I feel like they are regretting not investing the way they should have in this relationship, and they are realizing that they may have given emotion or some sort of love energy elsewhere instead of focusing on what they should have focused on. But I feel like things are starting to play out the way that they're meant to play out, and you have something new coming in. And I feel like there is this like fear of you being happy with someone else. But here's the thing, like, you know, that was fated to happen. I feel like, you know, again, like there is some sort of like chosen one energy. This is some sort of like recognition, overcoming those challenges and obstacles. You know, you've done a really great job. I feel like, you know, again, like having to leave energy because there's a lesson to be learned and for you to see it from a higher perspective. I feel like there is some sort of like higher perspective here. There is some sort of like major overcoming energy. I feel like this is, again, like, there could have been like some sort of like battle also that played out here. So I'm getting like, you are emerging as a leader, you are emerging as a victor, you are being recognized and rewarded for your achievements regarding all of this. Okay, so I just want you to know that like this is like a good job, great job. So congratulations to whoever this is resonating with. If you'd like to book a personal, you can do so on my website, betweenbothworlds.com. And if you don't follow me on YouTube, please do so. Kristen Duffy Velasco. And our circle is every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can sign up for that on the website. And I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you have the most amazing day.